Welcome back to Tipsy Whiskey Shenanigans. I'm Steven, and tonight, whenever the heck you're watching this, we are getting into a review. Tonight, we are reviewing Castle & Key's Restoration Rye. This is going to be the first Castle & Key product I've reviewed, so I'm super excited to get into this. But before we do that, please do me that favor, like, comment, and subscribe. That helps us out a ton, and we seriously appreciate the support. But let's get into this bad mamma jamma. So, this is Restoration Rye. This was the 2022 release. This is going to be aged 3 years old, 106 proof, and this is from their actual distillery. They're distilling this themselves. I know they're in the Old Taylor distillery, as well as I believe they do some of the releases for Pinhook, and I think. Again, this is. I didn't do a lot of research, if we're being honest. That's not really my forte here. But I have really liked some of the Pinhook ryes. So I'm excited to see, do I like this? 3-year-old rye? It's a little on the younger side for rye, kind of like a 4 to 5 to 6-year-old rye. But let's get into it and see kind of what's our thoughts. What do we think of it? 106 proof, 3-year-old rye. This is around like $40, $45-ish dollars. It's not in my area, so I've never seen it, but MSRP is around $45. So let's get into it on the nose. Restoration Rye. Ooh, it's grassy. Not half as spicy as I would have expected. I expected a much spicier front end because, again, it's rye. I think rye spice, especially young rye, you don't get as much of that barrel, that insane sweetness, but you get a lot of those sharp, spiky, spicy notes, but it's kind of more of a nice, sweet, gentle lemongrass, especially at 103 proof. 103 proof. I would have expected a little bit more of a smack in the face, a good old wallop, if you know. There's a little bit of a red fruit. I'm trying to figure out what it is. It's a light red fruit. A little bit of anise as well, kind of hidden under there. It is mostly that lemongrass pound cake sweetness thing going on. This is very sweet on the nose for a very young rye. I would have expected a way spicier whiskey, but this is pretty gentle on the nose. I like it. I like that a little anise bit. I like that red fruit. Can't really determine what kind of red fruit that is. Is it apples, crisp apples? Honeycomb? I'll be honest, I don't know anything of the variations of apples, if we're being honest. So to me, it's just red apples. It doesn't matter if it's honeycomb, Fiji, I don't know. Red apples. Ooh. And a little bit of that anise. I mean, it's nice. It's really nice. And it definitely does not smell like 106 proof young rye. Because, again, from a statistical standpoint, this is punchy, it's aggressive, it's a little bit in your face. It's real gentle and sweet on the nose. Has a nice little bit of, there is that grassy note, which implies youth. But on the other end, there is a lot of really fun, sweet, kind of deep hidden rye whiskey notes. Like that anise, a little bit of that apple. I don't know. I'm enjoying it. Let's get on the palate and see, does it drink like it smells? I definitely get the apple on that. That is wildly underwhelming. That's pretty underwhelming, not gonna lie. The nose, even though, yes, like I said, it's a lot of that lemongrass, it kind of made me sound like I was being a little negative about it. The nose, I really liked the nose. It was nice, it was subtle, there was some fun stuff going on. Palate, pretty light. It's light, very subtle, sweet. Still got that lemongrassy bit, still got that apple, have a little bit of that spice. I'm picking up more of kind of a peppery type note, but it's very light, it's very hidden. You're definitely not tasting that 103 proof. This is, or 106 proof, my bad. But this is drinking very casual and easy at that proof. There is a little bit more of a spiciness towards the finish. It starts off kind of very sweet, that grassy, you get that appley note, and then it goes kind of more towards a pepper clove towards the finish. Still with a nice little bit of sweetness. You get a little bit of an oak impact towards the finish as well. You get a little bit of a woodsy, oaky thing on the finish. I'm struggling with this one, if we're being honest. I don't know where to rate this. I'm kind of torn because I like how subtle and easy and casual of a pour it is, but also I'm very underwhelmed at the same time. I expected a little bit more out of this pour. There are some nice complex things about it that are like really, really fun, but it's also kind of like casual, but it's not a casual price point. $45 is when things start getting really, really fun in the whiskey world, and that's where I'm struggling. I mean, the branding's dope. The cork is heavy. Like, it's a hefty SOB, but the whiskey inside is just okay. Like, I don't know. I'm struggling. I'm somewhere in between like a buy/try before you buy type thing. I don't know. Like, it's not a bad whiskey. I'm not blown away by it in any which way. Like, I don't feel like you need this bottle on your shelf. So I guess I'm gonna have to go a try before you buy. I think it's good. I just think it's very overpriced, and I don't think it's anything special. That being said, I do applaud them, and I do greatly appreciate that, they're making it all in-house. They've spent, clearly some money and some effort into the branding. And again, this is the 2022 edition, and I know they just barely kind of started rebuilding that distillery. So I do have hopes for a good future for them. For me, it's a try before you buy. For $45, you can buy better ryes. It's just plain and simple. There's probably 5 or 6 better ryes I can name off my hand that I'd rather have than this bottle. So that's why I'm a try before you buy. That being said, that is a wrap for today's video. Please do me that favor, like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you thought about this video. Let me know what you think about this bottle if you've had it before. Let me know what bottles you want to see me review next, if I have them. I'm not going to go out hunting for a bottle if I don't have it, full disclosure. And also check out the Facebook, Instagram, and the Patreon links down below as well. Again, that is a wrap. Cheers, y'all. We'll see you later.